Morning. Actually, before I show you what I've got in the van, I probably need to explain to you what my problem is. And it's called the two-bike problem. Now, I know that many of you are probably asking, what is the two-bike problem? Those of you that have ridden bikes for many years know exactly what I'm saying. I can see you nodding along right now. You probably explained this problem to your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends as well. And they're just not getting it, are they? They're not understanding what the two-bike problem is. And it's now affected me. I've been riding a bike for only a year now. And yes, I have the problem. Let me explain further. I currently own two bikes. I have a Honda monkey bike. Yes, it's this one here. I've even done a whole video about how the monkey bike is in fact the greatest bike in the entire world, in fact. And I won't have any argument with anyone saying it isn't, because it clearly is. You can see all the evidence in the video. Superb bike, everyone should own one, world peace, all that kind of stuff. My second bike, I've only had for about 2 months at the date of actually doing this video, and it's a Honda Transalp 750. Like I say, 2 months old, hardly done any miles on it, but oh my God, it's a great bike and I love it. But none of this solved my two-bike problem, because the two-bike problem is just that, two bikes. How do we solve it? Well, it's easy, isn't it? We buy a third bike, and I've gone and done it. It's in the van. But this bike needs a bit of TLC. It does, really. Come on, let's have a look. Well, it is quite a big bike, so and it's a bit windy today. I'm just hoping I can get it off on my own. Oh my God, that's heavy. Whoa. Yeah. Well, there we have it. It's the Africa Twin. I hadn't actually planned on getting this bike. It just kind of happened, really. But I guess that's how the three-bike problem is solved. No, that solves the two-bike problem, doesn't it? Does that mean there's a three-bike problem? Oh, we'll worry about that in a minute. Oh, that's heavy. Heavy bike. I hadn't intended to buy this bike. Like I say, these things just happen. I was looking to buy a new works van to replace my current one because it's too big. I'm going to turn that into a camper. And while I was looking on the auction site, which was Copart, well, I saw this, didn't I? I kind of always fancied an Africa Twin, but I always felt they were a bit too big. But having had my Transalp, which is quite a big bike, I'll get that out in a minute, this didn't feel so daunting anymore. Now, it has been involved in an accident, and that side is doing far better than this side. But it's only a category N, so there's not a lot of damage. And I'll go over the bits and pieces that I've discovered so far. You always take a bit of a gamble when buying off of these auction sites. It gives you a bit of information. It says the engine starts. But what I will tell you is when I picked it up, I initially thought, I know, I'd just engage first gear and kind of help me ride it up onto the van. And when I got there, I realised that the clutch here was completely, it's broken and bent. I thought, oh, that's not very good. I can't engage gear. So somebody helped me get it in the van. It wasn't until I got home and I sat on it and I thought, well, where's the clutch lever down there? Where's the you know, little flappy bit? You know, it's not there. And that's when I discovered it's the DCD. I think it was at the dual DCD. Yes. Oh, dual clutch transmission. Yeah, you can see how I prepped for this video, can't you? I'm just winging it. Dual clutch transmission. So it's kind of automatic or semi-automatic. The buttons are up here. I've never tried one of those, so I'm fascinated to see how that works. I'm not 100% sure whether or not I'm actually going to keep this bike. Like I say, I didn't plan for it. It just kind of happens. You know what we're like on auction sites. So the plan is to fix up the bits that I can see are broken. I'm pretty sure I'm going to find more as I go along. Like I say, always a bit of a gamble. And then get it back out on the road, see what it's like, see if I like it. If I like it, I might keep it. If not, I'll sell it. I mean, if I make a profit, that's great. That really wasn't the plan. But it's something to share with you guys as well. And I'm hoping you're going to enjoy watching me struggle to get this thing fixed. I need to show you the bits that are wrong though, don't I? At least the bits I can see that are wrong. So I think we need to turn this around. Whoa. Oh, it's very windy today. The bike was involved in an accident and I think it went down on the left-hand side, but it caught something here on the way. So we've lost a great big chunk of this fairing here. Also this plastic radiator grille here, this is a bit bent. We've got a bent bracket here as well. All of this looks absolutely fine apart from a bit of a breakage down the bottom here. And this bit of back plastic around the back of the fan here, there's just a little crack in the bottom there. That could be a bit of a pain to get out. I might have to take all of this out. Might be able to glue that back together. I don't know, we'll cross that bridge. But otherwise, from what I can see, that's the only damage on that side, but there's a bit more on the top. On the front section here, obvious ones, the indicator's still fine, but it's broken this bit of plastic here, so this front internal housing is going to have to be replaced. This, of course, being the handbrake on this side here, well, it's completely busted. So the actual lever looks like it's bent round. The bracket, the back part of it that attaches it on, that's completely snapped away. So that all needs replacing. And the handlebars as well. If you look at the bars, they actually look straight. So it looks like the bars haven't bent, but the two upright bolts, these top bolts here, they very much, the one on the left looks like it's bent down. And I know there's a bolt behind there, so it's all a bit cocked at the minute. Not great, not great. Right, so I'm going to start it up, because I know it works. At least it did when I picked it up. Oh, okay. Oh, very nice. One thing I haven't tried is driving it, because it's the DCD. I didn't try it when I bought it, because I didn't know about it, obviously. I'm going to give it a go now. Let's give it a feel. I don't know. So, that's neutral. Oh! Interesting. Oh, it does work. All right, let's give it a go. Oop. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, I hit my knee. Very weird. I didn't give it much revs, but when you put it to drive, you have to give it a little bit to get it going. The only other issue is because the steering bar is slightly cocked, as you're going along, you're a little bit off. So obviously I'm not going to go out on it like it is. We need to get it fixed up. So next job, get it in the workshop, start stripping it down, and no doubt we're going to find a few more issues. Actually, while I remember, before I get it in the workshop, I was really surprised just how low this seat was. I really thought the Africa Twin was going to be really too big for me. Now I'm 5'10". We get on this, stand it up. Right. Okay, I'm flat footing on the floor on an Africa Twin. I think this is the standard seat. Well, it might be the lowered one, I don't know. And this is a few years old, so whether or not it's sunk a bit. But I'll tell you what, for me, that's perfect. I'll get this in, and I'll get my Transalp out, and then you'll see the difference. So this is flat foot, absolutely flat foot, lovely. The Transalp, bit different. Almost flat-footed. All right, so I won't lie, I can just get my flat feet there, but it definitely feels a bit tighter around here. I would definitely say this is a little bit taller than that one. But size-wise, the rest of it is pretty similar, to be fair. I really thought this would be a smaller bike. But yeah, I love this one, love it. Right, I can't sit here looking at this. Let's get on with the other one. Come on. All right. Leave that there for a minute. One thing I've noticed straight away though with this bike compared with the Transalp is just manually moving it around. I think this is 238 kilos, Transalp is 208. I'm not obviously really here to compare the two, but I do feel the weight of this when I'm trying to manually move it. It's a big bike, but I think I really like it already, I really do. And it's got a great following, we all know that. Right, should we get on with it then? Okay, now, as you know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, I've never actually done anything quite like this before, taking loads of bits off a motorbike and then tried to put it back together like new. I'm going to start nice and easy. I'm going to do a little bit today, maybe a bit tomorrow, maybe a bit next week, so it might be a little bit cut and paste this video. Let's go easy. We'll start with the side cowling here, so I've got lots of bits to undo and then we'll work onto the handlebars. And then we'll take a look online and see how much these parts cost, because methinks they're going to be quite expensive. All right, shall we get some tools then? All right, let's get some tools. Allen key, somewhere to put the screws. I'll put it right there. It's bound to fall off at some point. All right, let's start. Well, I took the screen off, nothing wrong with it, but you know, just take it off anyway. So that goes. There are definitely some press studs on this, so I'm hoping it's just press studded in now. I can't find any more. Oh, yes I can, I've got another one under there. Oh, oh yeah, there we go. Don't think I'll get much of that on eBay. So pretty much as predicted would happen, you can see this fan here. See this here? This here, it's kind of bent. Yeah. And the fan here is cracked here, look, little crack in there, and it's touching. If I do that, it doesn't turn. So it's also cracked down here as well. That's got so it needs a new fan, new radiator as well, and all the housing, all this is gone. Okay. Hello, it's been a few weeks now since I did any filming, excuse me. Oh dear, Errol. Now the other thing I never actually talked to you about was how much I paid for it. Plan is to start putting these bits back on today, and I probably can't remember where all the screws and so forth went, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be just fine.